Hello. We're still reading from Always Outnumbered, Always Outgunned. I think this will be my last video. I have another book lined up. I'm gonna revisit a classic, but that never really goes out of style. So you'll see in the next video. Uh, but let's continue reading through this. And though I'm gonna be finished reading this, you can go and read this and pick this up. Part of the reason why I do these videos to introduce good works of literature that um, can exercise your brain and teach us something, always. He looked at Howard. Howard didn't have much of a neck, but he was so fat that he had three chins to make up for it. Howard didn't like the attention. He glared back at Socrates. What else, Winnie? See? Socrates asked at last. What you mean? Howard asked. I mean, did they fight? Did Leroy say something to Pettis? Why he gonna stab a man for nothing? He robbing him, Socko. You know that. No, I don't. I don't know it unless that's what you're telling me. Did Winnie see Pettis was robbing him? Yeah, Howard moved his big shoulders around and shifted on the couch. He pulled out a knife and grabbed Leroy by his shirt and told him to give up his money. When Leroy said no, Pettis stabbed him in the neck and then tore out his pants pockets to get what he had. That's what Winnie said? You sure she didn't hear you and Corona talking about it after you read it? Yeah, I'm sure. I told you that Winnie come to me first. The loud noise of a police helicopter sounded overhead. Socrates could feel the breeze from the rotors come in through the poorly insulated roof and walls. The helicopter hovered over the building for a minute or two before moving on. Cops always be flying, right? Said. Shit. If they come down here to Earth sometimes, maybe Pettis wouldn't be going all over killing folks for laundry money. Socrates was still staring at Howard. What? Howard wanted to know. What you looking at? What you want us to do, Howard? Socrates asked. I got to go soon, boys, Markham said. His collar was destroyed. No one heeded him though. They were all looking at Howard. I don't know, Winnie. Come in and told me what she seen. She was scared, and I thought I should do something. You know Pettis, probably the one killed all them people around here. Least of all them's been stabbed. At least I wanted to tell somebody. Tell the cops, Markham said. I got a pistol in my night table drawer, got his name on the barrel. Wright Burke was the oldest among them, in his 70s. He'd been a combat soldier in World War II. The left side of his body had been paralyzed by a stroke in 1984. Since then, he lived at Louvia's. She ran a kind of private retirement home in the neighborhood. Boy, we missed those. Maybe we should just tell everybody about it, Stoney said. Maybe then it'll just take care of itself. Even I know that ain't gonna help, cowardly Markham said. The other men grumbled their agreement. What you think we should do? Wright asked Socrates. You the one know about people like Pettis. You think if we told everybody that would stop him? Dopehead, Socrates sneered. No. You think Howard should take Winnie and go to the police? Socrates shook his head. All Pettis need is a first-year lawyer to have that baby girl's testimony thrown out. He wouldn't even get to trial. That's they got hard evidence. He'd be on the street in less than a week. And be knocking at my door, Howard added. Maybe not, Howard, Socrates said. Dopehead don't usually carry a grudge. He too busy looking for his fix. Well, anyway, I ain't gonna take my baby girl through that. I ain't gonna mark her for that crazy man. Kill him, Wright said again. Markham farted. Stoney lit a match and blew it out to cover the smell. Socrates felt how small his room was with all these men in it. 27 years in an Indiana prison had prepared him for the poverty he lived in. but he wished that he had a bigger room. Maybe it was time to move. It's a hard choice, boys, Socrates said. If it is Pettis been robbing and killing round here, you could be he you could bet he gonna keep on doing it. He got a taste for blood now. It comes easy to him. You can't talk to him, warn him, wound him, or turn him into the cops. Like I said, Wright let his statement hang in the air. I don't know about that, brother Wright, Socrates said. We might be cornered, but we're not animals, not yet. So you saying to let it lie? Wright asked. And it just reminds me when we cared about the neighborhood, we can get together and deal with issues. I think cops are pulling back, especially in New York City, and I don't see much of a force in New Jersey, Newark, New Jersey, or Irvington. There's not much of a police force at all. And as cops begin to pull back, as we begin to arrest them for shooting unarmed black men and things like that, they're going to pull back and do less. As budgets begin to shrink and local economies fall apart, you're going to have less things like police officers. If your police officers and firefighters are, you have to choose between them, you choose firefighters and let the police go. And we're going to have to fill that void. And I've been trying to do this for 20 years almost, trying to get some kind of neighborhood patrol, but I can't seem to get anywhere. But I think it's going to be inevitable. So we'd always outnumbered, always outgunned, see what happened. You can't go wrong with Walter Mosley. Until next time, thank you for your support. Take care of your mind, take care of your body, and be safe.